So we're wrapping up the month of January, which means that it's time to review the real estate market numbers for December 2021, and we're going to get started right now. Welcome back, everybody. This is All Things Knoxville. I'm Ben Barredo, the local real estate pro and relocation expert from Coldwell Banker Wallace here in Knoxville. Today, I'm going to discuss the most recent housing market data for both the U.S. economy and then the local Knoxville housing market. In this video, we're going to cover the numbers for the month of December 2021. But before we do that, remember to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. And as always, if you really like this video or any of my videos, make sure to share them with somebody. And if you need a realtor for any reason at all, give me a call. My contact information is in the description. I'd love to help you out. Now let's jump into the U.S. housing market data. So currently, most of my predictions for the start of 2022 have not panned out. I thought the market inventory would pick up, but it hasn't yet. Obviously, this is impacting sales prices, which is really driving them up. Still, we're not here to talk about today's market, so I'll get off that tangent. We're here to review the numbers for December. And with that, we're going to start with the U.S. economy first. So the national inventory of active listings declined by 26.8% over last year, while the total inventory of unsold homes, including pending listings, declined by 16%. The inventory of active listings is down by 57% compared to 2019. Newly listed homes are down 6% nationally compared to a year ago and 7.5% for larger cities. Sellers are still listing at rates of 12.9% lower than 2 years ago. The December national median list price for active listings is about $375,000. That's up 10% compared to last year and 25% compared to 2019. And in large cities, prices grew by 5.5% compared to last year on average. Nationally, the typical home spent about 54 days on the market in the month of December. That's down 11 days from December of 2020 and even more from 2019. Listen, before we jump into the Knoxville numbers, make sure to check out this video right here where I tell you about the TRID rule, which explains why no matter where you are in the process of getting a mortgage, if you think you're completely done, you still have to wait 3 days before you can go to the title company and close on that new house. Check it out by clicking here, or there's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to Knoxville, let's start talking about new listings. And as expected, the number of new listings entering the market took a seasonal dip, with perhaps the most interesting thing here being that we had more new listings in December 2021 than we had in other Decembers before that. So I'm hopeful that means that the supply is increasing, if it may be imperceptible right now in January. Now let's talk about active listings. We've been in the basement all year in this category, with the last quarter of the year being no surprise. However, unlike 2020, the line basically continues in a downward trend. We had at least had the portion of 2021 where there was an increase, which we really needed. Sales pending is next, and it looks like buyers might have decided to take a break over the holidays, but the same thing happened the year before. So the good news is that the trend has always changed in January with the turn of the new year and the approach of spring and the spring selling season. Several months this past year, we hit an MLS record when it came to closed units, and December was no exception. In fact, there were more sales in December of this last year when the market was cooling down than there were in April and March of the same year, when temperatures began to rise. With the decline of pending sales in December, we're likely to see a lower number here when we review January's numbers next month. But that is completely normal for this time of year. Now, when it comes to months of supply, December put us squarely back on the mark for having just about 1 month worth of supply, which is where we've hovered most of the year in 2021. We did see the number tick up just slightly, which we hopefully will see again as contractors continue to build as fast as they can, which isn't always a good thing. Now, while the whole year averaged out to a sales price of just over $330,000, December ended by topping $350,000 as the average sales price for Knoxville. It's usually a slight correction the first of each year due to it slowing down, but that correction is less pronounced in years when prices have even slower appreciation. This year, CAR predicts a 7.7% increase in home values. Average days on market, we're averaging about 22 days on the market, but have basically been climbing since June. This stat simply marks how quickly new listings are turning into closed listings, and it's a good gauge of how supply and demand imbalance feels. Showings. Now, for the past 3 Decembers, since we've been tracking the number of showings, our numbers have been almost identical year over year. So this seems to be a normal seasonal downturn, and buyers will be ready to start back up again slowly in January and pick up hopefully in February. We are seeing a lot more buyer activity. We just don't have the inventory to support their needs. They're hungry for houses. They're hungry, and we just can't get it to them. Okay, so listen, that's it for this month's real estate market update. Thank you so much for checking it out and stopping by. I hope you found it helpful. And as always, if you need anything from me or my team, just give me a call. And until next week, have a great day. See you later. Bye.